What is going on, Winter Wire? You're back with your boy Robbie D and Waldo. Say what's up.
It's good, boys.
We'll just give a little recap of last week. Little unfortunate events happened with Bryson. That was one of my picks there. I loved it. I was getting ready to go 2 for 2, 2 weeks straight. It looked like it was gonna happen, and then something happened and it didn't. Something just happened. It didn't work.
Good old Brooksy, baby. Nice. Thank you.
Bryson just choked and couldn't. It was how many playoff holes is that? 6 or something like that?
6, I think. Yeah.
He just couldn't make his putt. He could have won it in regulation too, and even need to go to playoff. And then whatever. It's in the past. It would have been nice to hit though. It would have been a really nice payday. But on to the Tour Championship, the last tournament to decide who was the winner of the FedEx Cup. I mean, Evan, if you want to give me like a little rundown of the course and kind of the layout of how everything is right now.
Yeah. So Tour Championship. So this is kind of a weird one betting wise, because they changed it 2 years ago. They made it kind of aggregate scoring based off of where you were in the FedEx Cup points. So Kentley's going to start the week at 10 under. Actually, he's going to have a 2-shot lead over Tony Finau at 8. So, and then from then on to the top 30 guys, it's only a 30-person field. So from those guys, you got 8 under, 7 under, 6 under, 5 under, 4 under, so forth until you get to even for these guys from 26th to 30th. So it's pretty weird betting week. But we try to give you some, overall winner, FedEx Cup, and we're going to try to give you some, starting without the shots, because that's probably going to be the most popular bet without shots, even more so than the FedEx Cup winner, just because of how the odds are working out. But course itself, East Lake, very familiar with playing it in Tiger Woods 10 back in the day, but it's a tough venue. It's always been historically hard. Bermuda straight, Georgia course. It's Bermuda tough. It's not crazy long. Emphasis on approach game and making sure you're good in Bermuda, essentially, is what we're looking for here. Like the guys that I'm cutting off and fading right away are Cantley and Bryson DeChambeau, even though they just shot 27 under par in the tournament. Cantley actually hit it mediocre that week, and he had the highest strokes gained putting round all week, like in the history of strokes gained putting that week. I believe it was plus 14, which is
of course is when I bet on Bryson too, right?
Yeah, and Bryson hit it good, but his strokes gained approach wasn't that good, and he has the chipping yips. Like, he can't chip. Obviously, we saw in 17. Which, if you put me where Bryson was those last holes, I think Bryson DeChambeau would be winning the golf tournament. But yeah, so I just don't see a fit for either of those guys, because you got to hit it well here, essentially.
Do you think it's possible that Bryson can kind of bully this course too, or no?
Bermuda's weird. Bermuda is harder to just dominate, because even if you have a wedge from like 100 and in, Bermuda's, you get the flyers, weird lies, stuff like that. He already has a tough time controlling it out of the rough up north. I can't imagine him controlling it down here.
Yeah.
It's just a different ball game, because he can do it at Wingfoot. I don't think he can do it at East Lake. That's my opinion. But you never know with his distance. If he hits it great, he'll be up there. But based off his metrics of the last few weeks, he hasn't been hitting it that good. So he's able to overpower certain courses that are like Hayes Valley. So that's my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get started with our picks here, and I just want to reiterate to you guys that if you are betting this, to make sure you're either betting the Tour Championship winner, which is going to be the person that gets first, but you can also bet the lowest round over the weekend without the starting strokes. So, for example, let's
Yeah, so it's
say,
basically like a net, like in normal golf. Like there's the gross winner and there's the net winner. So the net winner is actually the FedEx Cup winner. The gross one is
yeah.
just he doesn't win anything. But you can bet it, which I think most people will bet this week.
So our player can technically not come in first in like this in the standings, but we will win our bet if they shoot the lowest score or over the round. So, Evan, if you want to start us off.
So this is kind of it's a little bit of a heart pick. It's a little bit of a metric pick kind of here. So Tony Finau is going to be my FedEx Cup winner this year. It was so cool to see him finally get the job done at Liberty. He's got the game for this course. Past 24 rounds, I think it is. He's top 10 performance wise over those rounds. Here, it fits him well. He's a ball striker. Good putter, and he finally showed us that he can get the job done and do it with the putter at the end when it matters. So I can't see any reason not to bet Tony Finau, especially with him. So he's going to start at 8 under, 2 back at Cantley, who I don't like. You got Rombo right behind him though, which is going to be tricky. But I think Tony Finau is kind of that perfect mix of you get value out of him. He's a really good. He's at a really good starting position. And you want him to win. I think everyone wants him to win. So it's easy pick for me there.
Yeah, I definitely agree with this pick a lot. And the thing is, yeah, he's second in these staggered strokes, but he's fourth in betting value. So I think there's definitely something that you can bet on him, and I think being 8 under is in second place right now is a huge starting advantage for him against everyone else. So onto my pick. My pick is a little, I won't say it's out there, but it's not as conventional as a Tony Finau or a John Rahm kind of thing, or even, I mean, not really Tony Finau, but so I got Cam Smith coming in at 25-1. He's starting out 4 under, which is tied for 5th with Justin Thomas. Or no, he's sorry, he's.
I think it's 5.
He's just 5. He's just 5. So he's right behind Cantley, Finau, Bryson, and Rahm. This is a shorter course, and Cam Smith has a great short game, and he obviously just won, so he's playing well. I just think that in being starting out in 5th place and getting 25-1 odds, it's something to throw something on. Obviously, yeah, you do have Rahm and all these guys ahead of you and even around you, but I think you can do some magic this week. I think there's something that you can place on 25-1 and hope that something happens. But you have to realize that these odds this week are also going to be a little skewed, just because there's 30 people and people have already started, with some certain strokes. But yeah, no, I don't know. That's one of my picks this week that I like. I'll give one more. I have Sam Burns top 5 plus 550. Evan doesn't really like this pick, but
I love Sam Burns. I'm worried a little bit of him spraying it again, because like I said with Bryson, you can't really make it up here. These are pure driver of the golf balls that won here, other than the name Tiger Woods, but and
yeah.
Phil maybe, and that was like 2 decades ago. But guys who've won here in the past, you got Rory, DJ, Xander, Henrik Stenson. These guys don't miss the center of the golf ball nor the center of the fairway. So it's like it get a little twisted, but who knows? He's coming hot, so he's looking to make noise in the Ryder Cup, which is probably his biggest push, because he's outside the top 6 right now. But he booked his family at Western Straits already, and he's not even in the top 12 either. So he's pretty confident he's going to make the team. So he's got to make a push here this week. So there's going to be a lot of pressure on Sam Burns, but we'll see how he does.
Yeah, I mean, listen, being top 6 right now, I think is, that's a good starting position to be at, and plus 550 is honestly, I think it's pretty good value that you're going to get. But yeah, no, I like him as top 5. I think he's going to make a push, and it's a good story, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But
Um,
yeah, this one's, like I said before, it's tricky. So I really it's tough because these are the top 30 best guys that have played all year long. So you're gonna like a lot of these guys. You just gotta fit what course you think and who has the guts to get it done. So I don't mind grabbing like a guy like Rory, Xander, even though he's at 2 under. Rory, Xander, like even Harris English, JT and DJ. Like those guys they could all easily win this.
just like the big name guys.
Yeah, they could all like DJ, JT. Those guys can 100% win. 6-back with Cantley leading, you'd easily make that up. But JT's weird because I hope he comes in the form finally. DJ's just been hanging, so he could pop out at any moment. But yeah, but like I said, I love Finau, and Cam Smith's a rock solid pick. So
Yeah. All right, so so those are our winners of the whole thing. Now we're gonna give you the winner without the strokes. Once again, they could come in 3rd place and end up you'll win your bet because they'll have the lowest rounds. So my first pick, I have Rory. He was on our shit list 2 weeks ago, but I think, I mean, he's playing very well, and there's like past 3 outings he's had. And he's been here before. First of all, he's won the FedEx Cup twice, I think.
I don't know about. I don't know. I don't know.
I think it was. I think I saw 20. I think it was 2016 and 2019, or I don't know. But I mean, listen. I mean, the guy's obviously won before. Like he knows what it takes, and I think so. Like as Evan previously said, he's 2 under, and he's going to be making that push. So I think as he makes that push towards the top, he's also going to have probably the lowest round of the weekend. So I think that's a safe play. And I mean, at 12-1, it's not crazy value, but I think it's something to put a little on. I think you might get it done. My second pick, I have Sung-Jae Im. He's not the most popular golfer out there, I'd say. But I mean, his like past 3 events, he's been playing just out of his mind. He's been super hot, and this is a guy that I have bet on him before, and what I've learned is that when he's hot, you bet on him, and don't bet on him if he's not in form or it doesn't have momentum or anything. But this guy, he can definitely get it going. I think the momentum he had from last week and everything will put him right up there with everyone else. So I like the play there, especially at 30-1. So he's kind of middle of the packish. That's it for my picks, but I'm gonna go to the comments here real quick.
Yeah, I kind of hear. I kind of like Sung-Jae. He can fill in there, and he's not like a super winner, but he can easily just get because he's not really winning anything. He's just winning a bet at this point. The chat answer, I could list 30% of the field and love him. Answer is one of them too. So, perfect course for him. It's shorter. He doesn't have to worry about not hitting as far as the other guys because that's the only thing he struggles with really. Short game's great. His putter's great. He's been playing good. I don't see any reason not to bet Abraham Answer this week. So I don't know. Where is he starting? 4? Do you see it on there?
He is 4 under, so he's top 6.
So he's very much capable of winning the FedEx Cup. So I'd rather bet Answer probably odds wise. They're probably worse. I'd guess on FedEx Cup than the winner without strokes. But you can obviously double down on those too if you want. But yeah, so I love Answer this week.
Yeah, you can give me your winner without strokes.
English. Yeah, Harris English, another guy. He's been playing so good. His course fits him perfectly. Southern guy, again, no reason not to pick Harris English. He's been, I believe they did a metric, which is kind of funny. It was Bermuda and lightning fast greens. I think English was number one. So, the thing about East Lake also is the greens are always so pure. You watch the telecast and they'll be like, "Wow, these are the purest greens all year," and they are, because they only have 30 guys playing each day. So this guy drives it well, great ball striker. Can he get it done with the win? I don't think so. Can he win it without strokes? Definitely. So I think he's just rock solid pick. So I like him.
Mm-hmm.
Scottie. Now this guy, I don't know where he's starting out, but he has a chance of fast cup wise to win. Again, hits it great. I believe he was fourth in strokes gained approach last week, which is rock solid, which is perfect. Putts it good. He's a good one. He's a good one, and he deserves a mini win at this point, kind of Scottie Scheffler, because he's been, it's not a win, but I could easily see at the end of the week being Scottie Scheffler being the winner without strokes. So
yeah,
all good. But
and now to your boy,
my boy Erik Van Rooyen. Now, one of the main reasons I'm betting Erik Van Rooyen is because there's a 50 and then there's a 1. But this guy's been playing so freaking good. He's an awesome story. He started, I believe it was 4 weeks ago. He was 126 in the points. He wasn't even in the Northern Trust. He won a mediocre event, the Barracuda Championship, out in Lake Tahoe. Got him into the event. He played good, got him into the next event, played good again, got into this. He barely got into this. So it's been awesome to see him get this far. He was number 1 last week in ball striking, which is, I don't remember what he posted, but I think he was like 13, 14, 15 under, somewhere around there. But you bet on him for the story and bet on him for the odds, essentially. So I don't see any reason not to bet Erik Van Rooyen as his winner without shots.
Yeah, I am a fan of that pick too. I like the guy a lot. He's one of those guys, he's obviously here now, and he's in the top 30, so he doesn't have any pressure on him, which is like, you know what I mean? Like he's just gonna go out there and play. Like he's not John Rahm.
This is Wonder World to him. He's just happy to be there.
Yeah, exactly, and and anything can happen on any given day. So this guy could have a crazy round, and next thing you know, he's at the top. So I do like the pick, and the value's there. Obviously, he's obviously one of the guys on the bottom, but I do like that pick.
He's not winning Fast Cup, but he could easily do that. The winner without shots. So looking forward to it. And like I said, there's so many guys here that I like. It's tough to list out just a few. I could throw out a few if you guys are interested, like Hideki. Sung-Jae Im was another one of the guys I was thinking about. Answer, like you said before. It's just so many good picks out there that you can choose from. You just gotta look for guys that don't mind Bermuda, guys that are hitting it super well, and that can putt on these greens. So that's kind of what I'm gonna look at.
All right, so we got Fish saying top South African Van Rooyen plus 250.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I don't even know who are the other South Africans in this field.
Louis.
Louis in there. Is that it? Louis. Is that anyone else?
No, yeah, that's it. But that's tough. I love Louis, man.
Louis got to be like minus. Louis is great for this course as well. But Louis been in a weird
he's starting out 3 under.
Yeah. But I wonder if is the nationality plays, is that without shots?
That's a good question, actually.
I'd imagine it is, if I had to guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Actually,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. So while you were talking earlier, I was looking at some of these props, and I came across this. Let me know what you think. Will there be a playoff plus 400?
Based on my off the top of my head knowledge, I don't remember there being many playoffs here at East Lake.
There's been 2 playoffs in the past 2 weekends.
Yeah, but then not at East Lake though.
Third time's a charm.
I mean, sure. That's just it's basically like taking a dart and just throwing it blindfolded, basically with that one. But it's sure. Well, the thing is, they're aggregated too, so technically the spread should be farther than normal than them all starting at the same point. So it makes it even more difficult.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're 30 makes it even more difficult. So those are 2 factors that are kind of going against that play, but. Who knows?
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play
it. And I don't mind the Louis one. Like Louis is a great fit if Louis at this course. But he's not been really Louis. He's had some issues going on. So who knows? Maybe he can WD, and that's he just wrote in when they'll be playoff. He's had some issues, so maybe like Van Rooyen could win by default. Honestly.
Yeah, I honestly, I think a nationality prop that you can do that I saw someone else put. This one doesn't have as like all the value as, plus all this money, but like if you do minus top European minus 270 for John Rahm, I think you parlay that with some other things. And I think the only person that is gonna possibly beat him is Rory. But
Yeah.
John Rahm's obviously trying to prove something. Like he wants to win this, so having him at minus 270 against Rory, Hovland, and Sergio, like I don't know.
I think I wouldn't touch those odds because I can see all those guys beating him.
Against the Rominator?
Yeah, because Rahm's been looking weird. Rahm finally just showed a little bit of weirdness last weekend. But obviously he's still the number 1 player. He should be the number 1 player in the world at this moment. I think still DJ, but like he's looked a little weird. So I could easily see Rory winning. Sergio has been out of the blue.
He played last week.
Out of the blue, he's been killing it. So I can see that happening. And Hovland's a good fit for this course. Other than that, his shipping is a little weird. But
I think
I know. Listen, I hate on the machine all the time because he's like minus 500 to win a golf tournament. I can't. So, but
listen, he hasn't won yet. So
yeah, I won some money with Rahm in the U.S. Open. So I give him some love here and there.
I think betting the nationalities is betting on like the final score FedEx Cup standings.
Okay, so that makes sense why he's pretty far ahead of those guys because I think those odds be a little closer. And that makes more sense with Van Rooyen because if Van Rooyen was, what do you say, plus 250 and Louis was like minus 300 or something, right?
I don't know. I can't even find him on mine, honestly.
So if you go by like matchups, like if he was just a straight up tournament matchup, that'd be more something that'd be like minus 150 and like plus 105, I think. But yeah, no, I'll be making those bets and then I'll go through the matchups and just see guys that don't fit this course. Like I'll probably do matchups against Cantley and DeChambeau if I want to go through them. But yeah, that's what I look out for.
Yeah. All right, I think that'll do it. This is going to be a little weird week just because of the whole staggering system. Like, I'm honestly not a fan of it, just because I don't know, and I don't like betting in a field of 30 people because I don't know that even though the value's still there, I just
Yeah,
something mentally just isn't. I don't know.
there's sometimes you can get some weird odds with third people because it's not much. So you just make it fun with matchups, stuff like that. Get like a winner like Finau. That'd be awesome if he gets it done. That'd be
Yeah.
mind blowing. But
Yeah.
Xander,
So
yeah, that was
listen, we'll post our picks later this probably either tonight or tomorrow on paper and some matchups we want to give out and some other kind of things.
I think
But
he asked about Xander. Hold on. So
oh, go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, no, I love Xander. Like I said before, Xander's a ball striker. He could easily win this. I could see he's one of the guys I could chase easily in the FedEx Cup if you want to bet that as well. I think he's a little too. I don't see crazy value in betting him at where he's at with the winner without shots. So if anything, like I'd bet more on the FedEx Cup side of things with Xander at this venue because he could definitely make up 8 shots easily over 4 rounds. So yeah, I like that pick over the others. I see. And yeah, that's perfect. Top 5 for those guys is good. So Answer was I don't know if you were here before, but I love Answer again. Fits him good. Course isn't that long for him. Doesn't have to worry about that. Great ball striker, great putter. He made everything last week, so I think he's going to keep it going.
Top 5 plus 350. What is he starting out at? He's starting at 4 under.
I think Answer? Yeah.
Yeah,
He's so.
He's not a bad play either, honestly.
Like but like I said before, he can win the FedEx Cup. He could easily do that. So so many guys that have a shot here because I don't think Cantley's gonna hold. I think he's gonna fall right away.
Yeah.
I can see, and then I see like the leaders being like Finau, Rory gets up there, and Xander gets moving. So that's kind of the feel I'm thinking from this, as we get going here. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking.
All right. So yeah, listen. Hopefully we can cash out something this week. I think the next when does everything start up again?
So I think the Ryder Cup's next, which is gonna be cool. So touch base a little bit on that Ryder Cup. I think even though Europe's won like the past 8 of the last 10 times, which is really sad. I think USA is like minus 170, and Europe is like plus whatever 200 or something, like, plus 145, something like that. But if I was a smart bettor, I'd pick Europe. If I was a USA fan, I'd pick USA because it's one of the few events where I'm more than happy to throw $500 on USA winning and want to root for them. That's kind of the sort of thing I'm looking at. And whistling, everyone's making fun of whistling not fitting the USA team, but you hit it so far there. Driving distance is going to be the key there. So our guys hit it farther than their guys, so that's kind of why the odds are a little skewed. But yeah, so hopefully I'm going to put a lot on them just so I can root for them and watch them on TV, give a little excitement. So
yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I think that'll do it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Wish you guys the best of luck with betting. Hope we can get something out of this. That'll do it. Any closing remarks?
Yeah, and we'll be in the Discord, obviously. If you have any random questions about it, hopefully things start going our way early. But again, this is a good event where those guys are kind of the top that if you want to stay away from, if they don't get a crazy start and they lose their advantage right away, you can hit them really quick. But if Rory makes any sort of move, you're going to lose those odds that you had right there, or Rory, JT, and stuff. And Xander, you're gonna lose those odds after the first 9 holes. So those are guys that I'd kind of, sprinkle on if you're interested.
Yeah, and Fish, I'm in the office right now. That's why my watch is a little shiny. All right. Oh, you want to talk Bryson real quick?
Bryson from last week, or how much I hate him this week.
All right. So listen, before I go, that was one of the most frustrating and just deflating and depressing things I've ever bet on in my life. I actually only put not only, but I put $50 on him at the start, and then I put another like 200 on him after the first or second day. I probably would have, if he ended up winning, I would have gotten around like 1,300 with my hedge that I did on Cantley. So I don't know. Listen, it would have been nice. It would have been a nice little snippet to have, me picking Bryson, and it would have been nice to go 2 for 2, but that's why you don't bet Bryson, right? That's why you don't bet him. Like, I was stupid on betting him in the first place.
Oh, he should have won that golf tournament. He shot 27 under, chipping like shit, and never got it done. So he should have won that golf tournament. Cantley was just there to catch it.
If you could just make a 5-foot putt.
I was more than happy to throw $50 on Cantley at the end, so I could watch him in the golf shop and have someone to root against at the end of the day. But so I'm glad the way it worked out. But it would have been nice, obviously, for the winter wire team picks to go 2 for 2, because that is kind of ridiculous starting out. Because if you look at some of the golf, like these golf analysts, they go, like, the top golf analysts will get, like, he'll be like 2 for 28 on picks. So for us all to get a 2 for 2 is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, get a first place and a second place, whatever.
Yeah, Kevin Na. Yeah. Now, Kevin Na was a good pick for the Wyndham, because that's a tournament that I would love to fit with Kevin Na there. This kind of, you could say this kind of fits those similar vibes with Eastlake here, but that was tough to watch. No,
dude, that is true. If you literally pick 3 winners in a season, like, that's impressive.
I've had a decent year here. I'm never gonna get a better odds winner than, what was it? It was the 300 to 1 with Phil at the PGA.
Oh,
but I always bet Phil, so it doesn't matter. So I think I had Phil, John Rahm, Morikawa, Champ. I'm trying to think. There are like 2 others I had, but I've had a nice little year here. So, and
we're gonna keep it going.
I know, and it should have been a couple more, because I had Cam Smith and Henley. At the Wyndham. It's like they both decided to not win that week. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, that'll do it for us. Thanks for tuning in once again. Best of luck to you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the weekend. We'll post our picks tonight or tomorrow. And, that'll do it. All right, guys.
Peace out, boys.
See ya.